Okay, so we can start,
Yeah.
right? I would just like to welcome everyone who is going to be watching this live session, the podcast with one of my very, known person, Dr. Milan Yadav. And this basically the podcast is something which adds value to your life, and the mission is to make sure that you get at least one thing out of these podcasts so that you can start implementing immediately. And let me quickly introduce Dr. Milan. She is all about education, right? Uh, she's done so many levels of educations, and she has also achieved doctorate in her own what you can say field of expertise, right? And her if we look at her background, versity, right? She's going to talk about that, what exactly it is. And I would like to welcome Dr. Milan Yadav to this podcast. And Dr. Milan, please, why don't you introduce yourself today?
Yeah. Thank you, Ajinkya. Thank you so much for providing me this platform. Like on the mission, particularly, I'm working with. Okay. So, as Ajinkya recently told, I am Milan Yadav, and basically from the center of the nation, heart of the nation, Delhi. Uh, Almost for 25 plus years, I'm working in K-12 education system with CBSC through various posts, head to leadership and apart from that, I am like I'm very keen educator. I always believe learning and giving back to the society. So apart from education, I'm also working with the hospital industry as well since the COVID time with my husband. So recently, for past 6 months or so, I have started a mission to give along with my conventional education system so that I can create a different world where all the young minds and the people around them can be propelled towards the good habits while finding their own passion to ace in life in all respects.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what's about veracity? Like, why veracity? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, veracity. Veracity means, as we all are aware, Indian education system, if we talk about the higher education, we immediately back to the what it is called university. Okay, this was a click mind of my elder son. Even I am creating something different. Means I am taking both school education as well as a higher education system altogether. Means this is the only platform I am trying to give education, not education as such. I would like to say the learning platform for both young minds as well as adults. Means this is the only platform where I am trying to give learning through different methods where both the parents as well as children can come together, learn together, share together. So something different I was looking for, and this was given by my elder son. He come with the my varsity. It will match with my name as well, MY varsity.
That's very interesting and very catchy name. And I think, yeah, it also supports what your mission is. So let's talk about your mission. What is your mission? How it's going to help anyone who's going to follow your perspective of ideas which you want to portray for other people?
Yeah, definitely. As recently I told you, I am already working with the education system for long with various governments, CBSC, and other state boards as well. Apart from the giving, facilitating. Okay, so now recently I got to know कि when any of the student passed out of our institutes or from any of the premium institutes after school, even if they are uh, getting good placement for the IITs, IIMs and all, still they find lacking somewhere else. Means then this made me thought ki what kind of different education so that I can create a different kind of individual beings beyond anything. Means when parents are free of worries ki what my child is going to get in future life, So focusing on the future potential of the child, of an individual, not the child. I am taking parents as well on another side. Because Ajinkya, since being long into the education system, this was my pattern, my formula. Without help of parents, I find always impossible to give whatever I want to give to my students or to the children. So I have included parents as well. So I am on a mission now to transform at least 1 million young minds and people around them for 360-degree transformation. Means to they should know their potential for a happy, purposeful and fulfilled life. So, and this is amazing world I'm creating one after another. So I'm already like 500 plus people have already joined with me in my mission, and soon by efforts of whole of the community, every one of you, including you and the people who are listening, I am 100% sure I am going to give such beautiful world to the nation, to the world where every child is every individual is confident about themselves that they can achieve anything in life with their full potential.
And so, how are you going along with this mission? Like, how are you trying to reach out to people? How do you identify? Because of course, I understand to solve a problem, you need to first understand the problem, right? How?
Yeah.
What is your approach to understand those problems?
Yeah, very nice. Really, there were few challenges as well for this thing. But people themselves they themselves come to me, कि ma'am, my child is good in studies, but apart from the academic background, they are not flourishing a happy and fulfilled life. This was the one medium means parents themselves they approach as being into the education system. Apart from that, I regularly go for the Google surveys and various other surveys throughout the globe because I have been a core part for the CBSE International as well. So many we have the core groups from throughout the world with many other nation educators as well. So I used to take the surveys from them as well. What are the basic lacking areas which we want to make a complete good human being? Time to time, I used to take surveys from different people, community, society, through WhatsApp group, through social medias, and many others. So I have good big number of list of things in my hand, which definitely looking I'm not only I'm looking forward to inculcate all these things, but many of the people along with me are working with it.
Right. So, what, according to you, are the top burning issues with this youth or with this generation of youth, which you're targeting so that it impacts them, and the way you said the 360 transformation, what,
Mhm.
according to, are the top two or three maybe impacting or maybe disturbing issues youth are struggling with? And
Mhm.
what would you guide them in terms of, like, for example, suggest them if this, then what, right? So, what, according to your survey, are top three struggling points for your youth or young?
Yeah, definitely. Means the foremost part as a struggle, as a challenge the youth is facing is not clarity of their goals, their purpose. Is one of the biggest challenge for our youth. Not for youth again. In fact, their parents, they themselves are not we have a system in education system, the peer pressure part. If this child is doing this, next, every child will be after it. So one is the setting a clear goal or clarity of the goal. Number two is this is always in our demand, not in the present times since long, means developing good habits. We can understand how the environment, so many distractions, so many things are there which deviate. our youth from what they want to achieve or what they can achieve in their life. And number three, if I say, then prioritization is again a different issue. Means they don't know how to prioritize what thing at what time, which can be so that we can take a good major step, supportive steps to like inculcate something good for their future. This is a few of the like things as per me.
So let's talk about these three in a little more detail. When you say there is no clarity, what exactly they should do to get more clarity? What would you suggest that people should, when they listen to this podcast, what
Mhm.
would be one thing they should start implementing right away? When
Mhm.
you give them the clarity, let's talk about the clarity first.
Yeah. So now, if I talk about the clarity in life, definitely everybody should look towards themselves. Means what we want to, what we feel good to do at, means our passion. Okay. First thing is this: if in any condition we are unable to find the passion means what we feel to do entire means beyond time limit, entirely happily what we can do. Okay, so if in any condition we are not able to find, then we as an adult, as a parent, we should always help young minds how to select our goals in life, means long term goal, future where we want to see after 10 years, 15 years, and so on. Then it's our duty to help our young mind to break down those big goals, long term goals, into the smaller goals to achieve towards an achievable milestone,
Mhm.
so that we can make them to stay focused and motivated through various processes along the way, along this journey.
I just want to add one more point. That's my personal question. When you say that this is a long-term goal, and a normal youth or a person who's like very what you can say curious to learn more things, easily distracted, easily what you can say diverted from their focus, how would they, or is there something which they should use as a medium of support system which will help them grow as a long term towards the long term goal? What should they do, like?
Absolutely, but very nice question is it means this is very high time because we have ample number of distractions these days. Like first and foremost is our internet, our mobile, right? So every technology have pros and cons, right? It means we have like boon as it means it helps a lot in every sphere, but how to use in perfect way. Child, the young mind, they are not so mature at that age. It's our responsibility as an adult, as a parent, as facilitators, as teachers to make them understand. Means we have lack of awareness and understanding in that terms. So along with that, obviously now recently in recent times many of the like mindfulness practices we are working with them. This is one of the means to make them on, to keep them on proper track throughout the journey. Means if we are not going to give that space, means what I find generally, sorry to like I'm going out of the course, like what I keep, we as a teacher, we as a facilitator, or as a parent, we just think just providing the facilities and providing good fees, good lifestyle is our responsibility. Not at all. It is not at all completed. Our responsibilities means when we give, what is the most essential part is to give time. Time is as required at which at what level, means the counseling part to be with, means that is the age young minds, that is very critical age, critical in the sense curious age, so means experiment, love to experiment everything. Okay, and when we give that space, means something else is taking that space, means child easily get deviated. So at that point, I just request every parent, every teacher, please give your time, rest of the things comes automatically. And now, because I am working as a mentor for this, I am not going to leave any child whoever, not child again, parents as well, who is coming across with me. I am trying to give my 100% such practices, many practices.
Right. Yeah, I think one thing which is very important, according to me, and your thought process, like if you have a clarity and if you have a support system, I think the way you said, you should give time, and rest of the things will fall in place accordingly.
Yeah.
What I feel like, I've been a parent, we also working, right? Every parent will have this question that I don't have time out of my work, and then how
Mm.
should I give time to my kids to make sure that they are on the right track, or to make sure that they are on the right path? Are they doing the right things, or they are deviated from their focus? How should they plan it, like?
Yeah, absolutely. See, Ajinkya, just now I told you no, don't need to give anything else except your time. That is the like golden moments at right age, at right time. Okay, means yes, I can understand. Now is the time both working parents, mom and dad, both are working in most of the at most of the places, and this such problems comes in front of me as well. What do I suggest? Your given 1 hour is equal to 10 hours given by the teachers or any other person. That quality time you should have to take out at any cost.
Right.
And this is not the matter of throughout the school journey or college journey. Once we bring them into such habits, automatically it comes. There is no space that child can go out of that border. Means once we give such habits, means just discuss with child what's going on, just half an hour or 1 hour regularly, means consistent quality time.
Right.
So I request every parent, always, whether you give fees, other accommodations, facilities, but you give your time, because even single child coming in bad zone, means coming out of our reach, create disturbance in the society. Think in that way.
Right. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. So let's all discuss more about the next top options which you said: developing good habits.
Mhm.
What should even the kids and parents do to make sure that they are actually introduced to these good processes? What should they do? What are the challenges you have seen that people may go through, and what should they do to overcome these challenges?
Yeah, from like home is the first school, and this is very true. And mother is the first teacher. Means developing good habits start from home itself. You know, our education is so much overburdened with the curriculum, XYZ, so many things. In schools or colleges, we hardly have that time for that moral values. Okay. And because, now we don't have that system in our families, the joint family system or something, means if one parent is not able to give, some other relative was there to give. Okay. But now, because you both, mother and father, have to work for the child, what you can do at home means so many good. Means first is proper discipline at home. At what time child should get up and at what time should go back to home. How much time child is giving to the different screens, how much time child is giving for the reading part, how much mindful practices you are giving to your child at home. However, many of the educational systems, many of the educational institutes have started these practices, but I know hardly within the 8 hours of daily, it become impossible, and that's why I am here to bring all those things which we have forgotten. I'm bringing, means I am going to work, means not me, my whole team is working, means internal engineering. And then on the parent part, means whether the child is having proper nutritious food, obviously, because the health is the most important part for any individual being. Then emotional connections, very, very powerful and impactful for them. These are the small, small things which any parent can nurture at home.
Right. Right. But I agree that, see, habits, usually the research says 21 days to build up a habit, 90 days to build up a habit, 60 days to build up a habit. What should we follow, or how do you think that a kid or a child, a growing kid, should start implementing certain things, and as well as parents, that they should make sure that these habits are, imbibed in their life, so that without even monitoring, the kids are following those, right? So that's the goal. But how should we make sure that this is followed? Like, what should we do?
We have different strategies. Like this is the purely psychology. Okay, means strategies like don't ask directly with the child. If child you are talking about 5 6 years old, okay. However, I am my mission is for the young minds, means 13 plus age. But if we are talking about the 5 years child, means what child is doing throughout the day when mom and dad are outside of home or working, means in playway method we can key. Let's play what we did in the morning today. I'm just giving very common example. Or like in playway method we can take, means while um, giving them food on dining table we can have a common discussion. But as this child come to the age of 13 14 15, things changed automatically. You can understand very well the age, the peer, and the society. We as a society, what we are giving as a mirror, that automatically come in their behavior. So at that time, particularly, parents have to be over smart, means give the confidence. We are the parents. We know they are more exposed to the many things as compared to as a parent. Okay, but never give impression that you know more than, because our experiences are always higher beyond anything, right? So like we can have a check, means checking regularly their schedule, what they have done, means set clear goals for every day in front of child on the previous day, in fact. Okay. Then ask the child after setting the goal what you have to prioritize as tasks. These 2 or 3 tasks I want to be done by this time. Then creating a proper timetable schedule. Okay. Then along with this, developing good habits. This is the time when every child demand to eat out, right? And how it is affecting emotional and physical health as well. We all are like watching very carefully. But I smile when parent comes to me कि मैम बच्चा खाता नहीं है, बच्चा दूध नहीं पीता है. How is it possible? छोटे, I'm talking about the small child.
Yeah.
You know how, means this is our practices, these are our over smartness. Okay, if child is not not loving any green vegetable, you make yourself more creative, right? Means add whatever you want. What child, if they love pizza, okay, well, we will add those green veggies in your pizza, or many other things are there.
Right.
Okay. So developing good habits means get up early in the morning, reading type, reading and so many things. Then apart from this, you can seek mentorship, means mentors in life for the child and for you as
Makes sense. Uh, my question is, why veracity? Like, what was your trigger point, or what was your thought process that you should start giving back to society? What made you do this?
well. Yeah, nice. Yeah. See, my total life is highly inspired my father. Okay. And he was all, means he was also in the educational background itself. And he was from, he is from the rural background. He was having a mindset ki whatever I want, whatever I have achieved in my life, i w- I will give to the rural India for sure. So I have grown up watching him closely. And I have learned through various developed nations. Means I have worked with US, UK, and Australia. Means they have, means English people have one very good quote in their life, and they apply as well. Means learn, earn, return. So I feel return is my part to the society. Until unless I am not going to return whatever I am taking from this society, this nation, this world, this globe, that is fulfilling for me.
Right. This is really great, and I think knowing your story about how um, your father or you are giving back to society, and this one particular um, topic, which is very burning, that kids are actually getting into that some age. I don't remember what it's called. Um, Netizen age.
Yeah, yes.
So when we try to tell them, not like 3 to 4 years kid, but at least 13, 14 years of age, that okay, don't do this, do this way, they
Yeah,
have their own perspective of
yes.
defense mechanism, that
True.
you don't know this, no, this is not how this should be done. How should a parent handle these kind of objections when they experience such conversations?
Yeah. My very clear formula for it, straightforward, means don't say go for it, don't do it, do it. Not at all, never in life. Always develop a habit in yourself as a parent. Come on, let's do together. Means be the mirror age in front of child. And believe me, whatever the age of child, they will reflect your image everywhere. Means set you yourself as a good example in front of them. So whatever, because this is very next to impossible. I'm so much sure about it. This is next to impossible that child is going beyond the hands of parents or beyond us. It is we only who are giving those opportunities actually. Means again the same thing I'm repeating. The gap, the time, if something else is going to fulfilling that gap, obviously they are in the experimental age, right? So never use these things. Don't do it. If they are willing to watch any like Netflix and so many things is the COVID time, so many things are like have bubbled up, right? Means earlier in education system, I did one of the project with UK, means providing cell phone in the at what age we can provide. You won't believe, amazingly, I was shocked to see in their nation they are so much particular about it. They don't provide cell phone. And we here in India, when the child is of 3 4 years sitting in a saloon for the hair cutting, they are keeping cell phone in their hands. So it is we parent who are giving such things to our children. So instead of saying do it, do it, don't do it, no. Don't show any no in their life. This is one of the second form, one of the foremost means, because once they learn no, meaning of no in their life, it gives negative impact in their life. Okay. So in fact, don't give that space to reach up to the no in their life. Means before that, you be smart, and the and the people around them. My mission is young mind and people around them. Who are the people around them? Means parents and the teachers. Obviously, this is the triangle in my definition. Proper individual. Every individual is made up of three angles: child itself, parents, and teachers. Then it is 360-degree in good human being. So, whatever you want to make them do it first. Or in fact, gradually they come automatically to take the initiatives in life.
Right. So do you think that people should start uh, grooming their kids right from a very what I can say small age, like 5 to 6 years, to make sure that when they reach to that age of 13 and 14, where they're exposed to so many different kinds of experiences, they are still prepared because we are grooming them from childhood. Do you think that's a valid approach?
Yeah, my strong point on this is like in our education system, we generally have the three ranks, like pre-primary being primary, middle, and the senior rank, right? So, child up to the age of 6, 7, they are so pure. Whatever we want to make them do, they do pure with their pure heart. Okay. Gradually, then they move to the middle wing, means the age of like 9, 10, things start to change. That is the right age where we need to check. But before that age, parent itself and the teacher itself should groom them for all the good things in life. Don't give any space. That is the fundamental age to bring the, to make the, like, what should I say? Mm, I forgot the term actually. Foundation of the life. Yes, foundation. That's it. So that is the right age. But as we move towards age of 9, 10, it's well if parents are able to do. In fact, I say child automatically learn by that age if we have groomed nicely in earlier age, earlier, right? Then, but beyond anything, the scenario of today's life, today's world is totally changed.
Right.
Child is exposed so for many things, okay, and beyond like after COVID, we cannot stop them, right? You don't use mobile, don't use internet, but let them use openly. Now the time is for AI, right? It is like these days hot, like discussions are going all over the world about like education system. We are regularly in talking terms in like debates and all. We should give them opportunity to openly use AI or not, but we cannot escape them. We cannot let them stop, right? In fact, again, technology is a boon. Let them use, but in the proper supervision. So proper guidance with strict check comes from the age of 11, 12, as per me.
So, just to reiterate and my clearing my understanding that when the kid is in the age of 8 to 10, that is the right age for us to groom them and make them prepare to understand that these are the upcoming situations. But you'll have to make sure that you stick to your habits, you stick to your routine, you stick to your priorities
Values.
and
Yes.
values, and keep a check. You said like keep a
Yes.
check on them, supervised. Time spending with them will
Yes.
will help them grow as a
Quality time, I said, yes, quality time. In fact, if you are giving regularly half an hour, that is much more enough for the small child up to the age group of 10.
right. I think,
And one more thing I want to add on here, one more thing means the role of from mother is means at maximum up to the age of 10. Then it shifts to father from the age of 11, whether it is a girl child or a boy. Means now father too has to take equal responsibility. Up to the age of 10, mother itself can manage well.
mhm.
But from as we are moving towards the age 11 onwards, father too should come forward to take the responsibilities. Because that is a rebellious age as well, you can understand.
But I think wha- my point of view, maybe you are the expert, but my point of view is like, why do wait till 10 years? Why not supporting the mother right?
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. If father is like always absolutely wonderful if both of the parents are taking care.
Right.
Nothing good like that. But if in any case, I means then you any family cannot like thoroughly leave this responsibility on mothers only. Generally, it happens. That's why I'm sharing here. Means it mother could respect because mother I'm working outside, mother can look after in my absence. No, from at the age of 11, father has to take responsibility 100%, right? And again repeating, be over smart. in front of you, even if you are not aware of certain things. Means many of the parents are not tech savvy, they are not aware. We do take help of the kids only, but never show them. We are not understanding those things. We are the parents. Give them impression we know better, we have the experience with us.
Right. So, yeah, this is a really great discussion. Maybe I want to quickly reiterate what we've discussed so far. I think the top 3 points which we wanted to discuss is uh, the clarity. Dr. Milan said that the clarity is very important for each and every kids to make sure that they grow towards the right human being, right? Developing good habits. These are the challenges currently every family is going through because of this COVID situation, the pandemic, the less exposure to socialization. Now they are immediately exposed to so many people. I think developing good habit is one thing which you should focus on. And the last one is prioritization. Milan, let's talk about prioritization. What do you mean by prioritization, and how should it impact in terms of helping people getting clarity and helping people developing good habits?
Hmm. Means we should like, now for prioritization particularly, I would like to take from parent side as well. Means are, if we look within ourselves, are we parents able to prioritize the things? Means our task, our relationships, are most important things at the moment. Means we have to make our child ready throughout the journey of education system and beyond as well, so that they can utilize beyond in their life journey as well. Means these are the priority of my day, these are the priority of my week, so that they can easily achieve their goals, whatever they have set for the progress on day to day basis. Priority of the things in life is very important.
Mhm.
It's not like many time what I find, like child is very good in academics, okay, they suffer for sports, they suffer for co-curricular activities. Means it is our responsibility to make them learn, like up to this age we have to focus on sports as well. Not the age it is always required, mean then it automatically converted into a physical activity, okay. Then if you love to do any, you have passion for anything, means what do the children generally do in the pre-primary wing or the primary wing? Means drawing, coloring, singing, so many things. But as they grow up, gradually these passions subside somewhere because of the academic burden, and we don't focus on those things. This is our fault as well, okay. So we should give them, means priority means now I want to make career in these terms as well. Means these can be one of my career, okay. Not now, because time is totally changed. We cannot rely on single career now, right? We have, present time is going, means multiple career options for every individual. So
Right.
whatever we love to do, we can prioritize those things. And apart from this, prioritize the things means we can make them understand the values for relationships as well, right? Because at the senior wing, is when we come up to the age of 13 to 14, they forget somewhere or they get confused. Key means which are the most important relationships for us in life, means who are the supportive structure for us, right? So prioritize all those things in the form of small things again can lead to make them proper focus on what matters most.
That's amazing. I think these are really very important points which we discussed, Milan. Like, people are going through these struggles. People do not understand what should they do in certain situations when they encounter these things, right? For example, objection. When a kid object that no, I am not going to do this, what should
Hmm.
a parent do, right? Or, for example, if we see that the kid is not doing what he is expected or she is expected to do, how should we reach out to them? Like you said, don't say do not, or don't say don't do this, don't never do this, never do that. But how should
Hmm.
we explain them that this is not the right thing for them? and what should be done in a right way? How should we approach that?
Yes. Like, like objections, automatically, this is a behavioral pattern of every individual. Again, I'll say, look into yourself. Do we love to do all the things, whatever we are told to do?
Depends.
In, right? So many times, what I notice, beta, in front of guests particularly, this culture we have in Indian system means we ask the child, beta, recite a poem. Okay, beta, you are good at, go and play guitar in front of guests. It depends on their moods. How can we force another soul, right? We should understand, means, yes. Now when we come to the, again, to the teenagers, right? Means which we want to make them to do, and the rejections comes or the objections come, right? At that age, we need to counsel them instead of like increasing our BP and tempo, right? Patiently, we need our patience there. Means we need to be patient there. Means okay, this is not the right time, if because these are all the like behavior pattern. Okay, so we cannot force ki do it right now. Means maybe child is not in the good condition to understand at that moment, and you are also not in that position to make them counsel. So take your time, repeat it in very cool and calm way. He means in friendly way, particularly the child of 12 or 13 plus should be treated as a friend for sure.
Right.
So
Right.
that means parent have to come up to their level.
Mm.
Don't expect child is coming to your level. Parent has to come on their level of mindset. Okay. Then together, I'm again 100% assuring you again, and nothing is there which child cannot do. Means I used to like challenge many time parents ki ma'am ho karta hi nahi hai, manta hi nahi hai, so many things. Okay, if child is not ready to do just leave that child with me for 2 days. Means these are the amazing practices I'm giving, and same you can follow at your home as well.
Right. You talk about practices you leading. I know that you have a group where you meet everyone in the morning and you share a mindfulness activity. Can you talk about that a little more?
Yeah, because mindfulness has recently like came into our life. Like we adult, we were always aware of these things, but now because of the distractions, overburdened child, exposure to so many screens, internet throughout the day, they are hardly having time to think about themselves. Mindfulness is definitely need of the time for every individual. Means look into inner world of yourself. Means to make them focused, calm, patient, all those things. Like in the ancient times, are like sadhu and the people of those era, means they used to like practice meditation so long. Means Gautam Buddha, particularly if I talk about the one of the good fine example, means mindfulness means to make them real, make them understand the real inner self. Means internal engineering. What kind of thoughts are, means to be present in my present thought,
Yeah.
right? Means it becomes difficult for us even as an adult. We want to think something, but we are unable to focus. So these are the practices which improve focus on day-to-day basis, in fact, hour-to-hour basis. Those practices means just to sit calmly and think about the thoughts coming. Means it definitely help, 100% help to remove the negativity from the life.
That's great. And how should anyone join that particular practice which you conduct? Like, is there a way people can?
Yeah, recently I have finished my one of the batch. Yesterday only I have opened for the new batch, and coming up the webinar tomorrow soon. I'll share the link with you as well. Who are interested, but condition is there. I check the commitment part of the parents for sure. Means if parents are equally taking responsibility with me, okay, only then I give permission to get into the inner circle with me. And where I can, 100%, more than 100% guarantee every individual for their better version on day-to-day basis. And particularly, I used to give few mind hacks, health tips as well. Means what kind of breakfast you should have today and tomorrow, and what kind of physical activities you can go with your child or as an adult you can have, and like many so many things are there, along with IQ test, EQ test, and many other things are there I'm giving regularly.
Sure, definitely. I think it'll be very helpful if you can share those links, and I will circulate with people who are interested, and they'll reach out to you. I also want to talk about your book, Milan. Can you explain what is that book about, and how people can get benefit out of that book, and when?
Yeah, right. So my book, ebook, I have recently last book launched. However, my curriculum-based books are already there in market. But this is for the self-development. My ebook is Know Your Q, means know your quotient. What kind of quotient you are in. That book is totally based on means at what age, what kind of quotient should be dominated. Like when is the right time for the health quotient, what is the right time for the emotional quotient, and all the nine quotients I have tried to cover up with many uh, practices there, right? Along with the um, IQ test, EQ test, PQ test, and so many other things are there. So it is available on the Amazon Kindle. Anyone can who want to like go through it. Amazing results. I have from the people keep change their life in many terms. Ki what is the right age? When should I focus on this quotient in my life? So totally based on that.
That's great. So maybe I think just wanted to conclude our discussion today. What is one thing you would recommend to everyone, every parent, every kid, or every child that they should take away from this discussion today and start implementing in their life and see the transformation, and then they will slow and steady they will start taking those steps which will transform their life 360. What is that one thing which you recommend today?
Yes, believe in yourself. First and the foremost thing from me means there is nothing can stop you from anything in life. Means just believe in yourself. It is the right time, right age, and the right process. Means if you get proper mentor in your life, even if you don't have any mentor, don't leave your own hopes from yourself ever in life. Friends, challenges are always there in life. Life itself is a challenge, okay? That's why we are here. And every challenge, whatever coming, okay, any roadblocks, they give us lesson for sure. It is up to us to learn something good from those roadblocks and move forward for the next further. So don't lose your hopes from yourself. My priority is this, my formula is this for every individual. Once you believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. You are unstoppable human being.
That's great. I think so. This is one guru mantra from Dr. Milan Yadav: believe in yourself. And I also follow this, what you can say, practice that believe in yourself, right? When you are into a swarm, you yourself is the one who will pull you out of that particular swamp, right? Nobody else can come and pull you out. They can tell you what you need to do, but you yourself are the tools and techniques you will help you come out of those difficult situations. And I think Dr. Milan Yadav has already talked about so many different things: challenges, clarity, developing good habits, prioritization, what you should do to make sure that your kid is being transformed into in a good human being, how you can manage different challenges, objections from those kids, and build a good environment in your house, in your periphery, in your surroundings, family, colleagues, friends. I think these tips which Dr. Milan Yadav has shared today will definitely help you make sure that you at least start seeing some changes in your life if you are at least following some steps which we discussed today. I recommend you join Dr. Milan Yadav's practice sessions. I'm going to share those details in one of those handles which I'm going to share LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. I'll share all the details about Dr. Milan Yadav. Her book, please go buy that book. This is something very interesting. She's put her heart and soul in transforming her thoughts to help you. So make sure you buy those artifacts which she has already published on the marketplace. And I really want to thank Dr. Milan Yadav for joining today and for sharing such amazing thoughts. And any last thoughts, Dr. Milan Yadav, for everyone?
Yeah. See, just first thing is thank you for being part with me in this journey, all the audience and Ajinkya, you especially, means given such wonderful platform that you are taking responsibility to create a good human being in this world. Okay, first thing is this. Number two is that every individual who are finding stuck in their life regarding any issues, right? Means maybe the problem with the children, maybe the relationship, anything. Come with me, join my 30 days self challenges session. Recently, I'm going to open the link for that. Come and just have the taste of this development, means mindset in your life. I'm challenging you. You yourself will come to me, ma'am, our life is totally changed, right? So all the best, and let's do together to create such beautiful world of human beings where there is no scope of any negativity. On everyday basis, just growth, success, happiness, and fulfillment. Thank you, Ajinkya, one more time.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Milan Yadav, for joining today. Uh, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you.